The first thing the young man did when he got up every day was to quickly lie on the door, listen to the noise outside and start counting down in his heart. He would open the door at the same time as his neighbor, so that the sound of his own door opening would be covered up. Then he would pick up his mobile phone and start taking secret photos of his neighbor. The other party didn't seem to notice it, but just closed the door and went straight to work. It was always so smooth. On this day, in order to get closer to his neighbor, the young man followed his neighbor all the way until he came to the elevator. He pretended to go to work and called the other party at the moment the elevator was about to close, and the neighbor also pressed the elevator at the first time. The young man happily came into the elevator and suddenly touched the neighbor's finger inadvertently. Although the neighbor didn't take it seriously, the young man's heart began to feel restless. He was still savoring the taste of his neighbor, but soon the elevator broke this beautiful moment and came to the first floor. The young man thought that today's happiness would end here, but the neighbor suddenly turned around and smiled at him, which made the young man fall into the whirlpool of love on the spot. When he got home, he talked about this with netizens. Netizens suggested that he pursue the girl boldly. The young man kept thinking about the pictures taken by his neighbor over the years. He had been single for several years. Looking at the couples walking downstairs, he immediately came up with a bold idea. The next day, he was still the same as usual. When the neighbor left for work, he put on a raincoat and climbed out of the balcony in the heavy rain. At this moment, he wanted to stay at her house for a while before the neighbor got off work. As soon as he entered the neighbor's room, the young man felt a strange smell. But at this moment he didn't care at all. He jumped directly onto the neighbor's bed and felt the smell of the neighbor on the bed. But he didn't know that there was a pair of eyes observing all this. Unsatisfied, he came to the bathroom and started taking pictures of the neighbor's bathing products. Suddenly, a toothbrush fell out from the back. The excited young man immediately picked up the toothbrush and started brushing it hard in front of the mirror. At this time, the doorbell at the door suddenly rang. The neighbor suddenly came back early. The young man got under the bed without saying a word. At this time, the neighbor also opened the door and walked in. When passing by the bathroom, the messy inside instantly attracted the attention of the neighbor.